Using your brilliant mind, let's hive mind some ideas for people who are really afraid of 2023, who are afraid they're going to lose their jobs. Gary Vee's been talking a lot about that. A lot of people have. It's probably going to happen. I mean, it is what it is. Whatever.
I saw today Amazon's cutting 18,000 people.
And a lot of those are just salt of the earth, folks. Those aren't your programmers and coders. I mean, there's so many tech people who are going to lose their jobs.
They said 18,000 tech.
Tech. Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. That was this morning?
Mm-hmm.
What are some side hustles that you know of? Just let's brainstorm it. Some things that people could do. This is a very broad term and it's very on trend right. Build skills. Are you building skills today? You need to be building your skills. Like, build skills. Like, what does that fucking mean? What am I going to the garage and like split 2x4s with my hand? Or what do you mean build skills? What are some things that you, someone who's successful, someone who's been there, would recommend that someone who had just a regular everyday, I got a job, I think I'm going to lose my job, what should they be doing? Are there little things they could be doing with their time on the side to make money or to build skills that would help them in the future? Do you have any ideas on that? Throwing you a curveball.
So many. I'll say what I did to get out of debt, first of all, and then we can go into like other skills, I think. Okay, so
I've heard this story.
To get out of debt, I was always in taxes. So I did, friends' tax returns on the side. So whatever you do in your job, can you also do some of it on the side? That might not work if you're like a grocery store clerk. You can't bag people's groceries on the side. But maybe you could pick them up and deliver them for people. Hey, there's a service for that. But so started a side hustle. Also Uber and Lyft. My husband drove Uber and Lyft because the neighborhood we were in was very sketchy and like he would have to carry a gun. It was like that dangerous. So he wouldn't let me do it. But you can have someone drive for Uber or Lyft. If you have a car that you're not using during the day, so your 8-hour job that you're out of job for, tow your car during the day. You can, what else did we do? I sold like all my shit on Facebook Marketplace and Poshmark. So like any clothes or any household items that you're not using, $5, $10, like it adds up super fast. We got a roommate. We always had a roommate. Like even when we bought our house, always had a roommate that paid like half of our mortgage. And so like, I hate the whole, I'm not saying like don't buy your $8 latte and be super frugal, but there are ways you can like cut back your expenses. Like, I don't know, share your Netflix with a friend and like, I think that's illegal, but well,
I think they're putting some code in now, right?
Yeah.
So where it's not going to be possible.
I mean,
like
smart,
soon.
but
yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, so those are like some of the things I did to get out of debt. But then in terms of like services, I think a huge one is if you can be a social media manager or create content for people. Like people hate doing it. It's a time suck and
like
they'll pay a lot of money.
Putting together reels with the closed captioning and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Creating reels or managing their social media, like figuring out when to post and what hashtags to use and all of that. And you could do that from anywhere.
Right.
What
about a virtual assistant?
Yeah, virtual assistants are huge. I mean, there's a lot of like companies now where they're using Philippines or India or Mexico.
Yeah, but there's a lot of complaining that's going on there because there's not an understanding of the nuance of the language and how to communicate non-verbally and things of that nature. So that seems like there's a hole there that somebody could fill. Okay.
Yeah, you could almost like manage VAs in other countries to help them be better. But you can, I think AI is like the future, right? I just saw this morning like Chat GPT, I think is what it's called. Writing articles for people. And so don't let AI take over your job. You could now be a copywriter that specializes in AI. So now instead of writing one blog post a day for someone, you can write 20. And how valuable is that? Like you can now
learn it, play with it, figure out how to make it.
Yeah, now you can do more.
Sound more believable, fine tune it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So like copywriting is huge. Any way you can help other business owners or provide value, like just find something that you're passionate about.